So, like so. I'm going to turn her around a little bit. Exactly. So, very good. Like so. So, there you go. Clip that away. Again, right above the occipital bone. And the reason why is so you have enough hair so to see the actual line. In particular, if somebody doesn't have a hairline growing far down. So, there you go. We're just tilting the head a little bit. We're just letting it in the natural flow. There you go. As you can see here, all we're doing here is with the K-Long Couture, my 6.5-inch cutting blade, we're taking a good amount of hair in its natural fold, like so. If you want to, you can easily comb down and then cut below your comb, or you can hold it in your fingers as well. I like to have 0 elevation, so I'm just letting it fall down naturally. That's up to you. Next section, right about 2 inches above, clipping that away too, like so. Excellent. Clip that away. So, and now since her hair is naturally wavy and she doesn't blow dry her hair, especially now as we move towards the warmer month again, what I'm going to be doing now here is just, I see my guide, and all I'm doing now here is with the point of my shear, I'm just now point cutting this off. So, hold it nicely around, nice and visual here. Excellent. As well, and I'm using a 6.5-inch precision shear, and really, as longer your blade is, as easier it is to cut this straight across. And you can see now, while I have her stand up, of course, often having her, she has such long hair, I have everything here on my eye level. Perfect. Like so. This way you have a straight line, but it's not so blunt, in particular because her hair is wavy. Taking the clips out again. So, we're bringing everything, quickly here, from the front all the way to the back. And as you can see here, this is very minimal to cut. Excellent. Same thing on this side as well, because of its previous layers. Not all the hair is the same length. And this is all about, this is now determining the length. So once we have done this, the hair won't get any shorter than that. This is the actual length of her haircut. So, super cool, absolutely brilliant. There is what you can do as well, if you please. I will be doing this in the very end, but for anybody that wants to do now, eliminate some weight throughout the perimeter, you're more than welcome to do so. But I prefer to do this in the end. Of course, now we're adding the layers, so we still want to make sure it has a nice, solid, full outline. So I will save this trick till the end. Okay? Now you can have a seat. Very good. So, super. I'm a big fan of layering hair. I believe, and I keep on saying that always, I believe it's one of the most common work we do in a salon is layering hair. Shorter, longer layers. I also believe cutting one side shorter than the other, that's a pretty easy thing to do. But cutting both sides the same length, there is a trick, and I'm going to show that to you. It's a really simple trick, okay? We're cutting her hair from the center. Of course, she wears her hair on the left and on the right and in the center as well. So we're sectioning the hair quickly here, and it's right above the occipital to the top of the ear. Clip this away. Same thing on the other side as well. There you go. And before you're going to get going, just double check that the section is done on the left and on the right side the same. Okay? I use a comb. All my combs, they come with a larger hook, so it's much easier to take apart. So, we're starting off in the front. I'm going to be using now my Cork Shear KM Slide Royale. It's a sculpting sliding shear. It has a different technology here. It doesn't cut on top, the convex edge is on the right, the top is straight, the side is rounded, so it lets you slide hair, and we're actually going to show that to you, how it's done. I'm also right-handed. I stand on the person's right side. Anybody watching that is left-handed, stand on the left of the person. Okay? And I'm standing here on the side so I can actually look down onto her face. Just lower her a little bit here. Perfect. We're taking a triangle section. I'll show you that in a minute. This is where you determine your bangs. Okay, here we go. Just tilt the head a little bit down. There we go. See that? On the left and on the right side, exactly the same section. Okay, from the center. I usually never take in hair from the temple area. You determine how big, how wide that angle is going to be. That all determines on somebody's forehead. Some of us have bigger foreheads, some of us have smaller foreheads. Okay? We now want to turn her sideways so you can see it well. I now comb the hair straight towards me. Pull the hair straight out. Tilt my fingers here into a 45-degree finger angle. And I slide cut the hair here from short to long. You see that? Short to long. So when you let that fall, it'll be shorter in the center, longer on the side. I'm going to show it to you again. I'm going to do it a few times so you get to see it. I comb the hair straight out, 45-degree finger angle, and there you go. I'm going to do slow-mo. Can you see that? And the reason why I'm doing this is, see that? I have a straight line, but it has shattered ends, so it doesn't cut it too blunt. So I'm not going to be there in the end trying to de-blunt this. Okay? Plus also remember, she has wavy hair. And the interesting part now about her wavy hair is, it's a very common, she's got more waves in the nape, in the back, versus in the front and on the side. So we need to melt the two textures, because remember, she is a wash and go kind of a girl. Okay? So, let's take this section one more time so you can see this. And by the way, this technique works on any length of bangs, on any hair texture. I always work with triangles. And if you know how to master cutting bangs, I tell you, it's a big thing. So here again, very simple. Triangle section, straight out, 45-degree finger angle, and here I tilt. Okay? So, there you go. Just right here, shortest point right here by her jaw, and gradually gets a little bit longer. My second section now is in the center of the head. Alright, very simple. Okay, just combing that straight towards me. I'm taking here a center section. Very simple. There you go. In the center of the head. That's why it's called center section. So, now you determine how strong these layers are going to be. Depends on the hairstyle. Okay? You can pull the hair up into a 45-degree hair angle, and as longer your hair is, as maybe more, you want to over-direct this. So this is really up to you. As more you're pulling it forward, as more layers she has in the front, as less she has on top of the head and in the back. Now I want to add a few layers. Okay, so I'm going to comb that hair in a 45-degree hair angle, like so. Just let me show you quickly. Pulling the hair straight up is 90, half of that is 45. So this is what we're going to do. Comb the hair. There you go, this is the longest part of my bangs. And my fingers are parallel to the head. There you go. And all I do is I slide cut this off. As simple as this. There you go. Look at that. So you're cutting a straight line, but look at the outline. It's nicely shattered. And that's what the trick is. So you don't have any cutting lines at all. And right here on the top of the head, if you please, you can level into a 90 for a little bit of extra bounce. Okay? This is your guide. Now, all we need to do is follow the guide. Take a parallel section, again, right by the curvature zone of the head, right here on the side. You comb the hair, always neatly, right here at the base. Over-directed. Okay, there you go. Over-directing it. Super. And there is your longest point from the back, right here, from the top of the head. That's your longest point. Combing it, your fingers are pointing down, and you cut. There you go. And because I have the sliding technology with the KM slide, I have no snagging, dragging, or ripping on the hair. What you can also do is, you can point cut as well. And we all love to point cut. And the reason why we point cut, so it's not cut too straight. Alright? Now, we take the hair right below. We're combing that hair straight towards us. So that's below the curvature zone of the head. We're combing the hair straight towards us. Now, my fingers are parallel to the section. That's also my reference point, that the fingers are parallel to the section, because I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. That is why it's utmost important when you section the hair in the beginning, that the left and the right side is sectioned evenly. So these are really simple, very simple reference points. You comb it here very neatly. Your fingers, my fingers are parallel to the section, and here as well I am shortening this. And as I work down the head towards the ear, it gradually gets longer. There you go. Here we are. Boom. Alright? Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Copy paste the same. I always do on the left and on the right side the same, and the reason being is very simple, so they turn out the same. Alright, so here, again by the curvature zone of the head, take a section like so. There you go. Nice and even. Excellent. And as you can see, I'm not changing side. I keep on standing on the right. It doesn't work standing on the left for a right-handed person. It doesn't work. So you need to stay over on your right as well for her other side. Okay? So there we go. Gonna take here again. I'm combing the hair here now. Again at a 45-degree hair angle. Pulling this over here. Okay? And remember that we have the longest point from on top of the head as our guide. My fingers are pointing downwards. Let me show you. Like so. Pulling this over. My fingers are pointing down. Here is my longest point. The hair that falls out, let it fall out. Okay, my fingers are pointing down. Again, I'm combing it over. My fingers are pointing down. There we go. Okay, as well here, all the way to on top of the head. Excellent. Super. And again, just simply with the slide cutting technique. Let me move her over to this side so you can see well. There we go. Again, everything below the curvature zone, the hair is pulled straight towards me. And I'm going to tell you in a minute why I'm doing this as well. So here, combing the hair straight towards me. My fingers are parallel to the section. And I shorten it. As well, same thing with the slide cutting technique. And working down the head here. Always comb it neatly. All the hair that doesn't fit, just let it fall out, because that is just simply hair that's not long enough. Like so, as well. All the way. Just comb it straight towards me. There we go. Excellent. Super. So. Oops, a face mask. There we go. So. Excellent. Boom. Now we have done this on the left and on the right side. Let me just turn her quickly to the front. Before we're going to continue with our haircuts, I'm just going to double check the left and on the right side here. I'm pulling that back here. Excellent. Super. It's exactly here. Look at that. The same length on the left and on the right. Okay? Now, what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to take out the clips. Okay? So, I'm going to turn her around here so you can see well. And there you go. And then, as I mentioned before, I'll explain you in a minute why am I pulling everything to the front and in a 45 and in a 90-degree angle. Okay, so we're going to continue now, because then it will make perfect sense. We'll take a center section, like so. We're going right above the occipital bone, okay? Just about right here, right above the occipital bone. We're not attacking this hair here, because this is the length. That's what we've cut in the very beginning. That's why we're taking the section right above the occipital bone. We're taking this section here, And we're combing it straight up. See that? See that here from the side, 45, 45, and then your longest point, which is your 90 here from the back. You can see this here. This is your guide, and that's where you're slide cutting it off as well. As simple as this. Just keep your fingers straight. You do not have to worry, because everything blends in perfectly. And there you go. Going straight up. Excellent. See that? Now you just added the layers here in the back. See that? How that all folds in? Do the same thing on the other side. You can change sides now, if you like. I'm going to, so you can see it better, what I'll do is I'll lean over, but you can change side and go over to the other side. So you take as well the horizontal section here, right above it to about on top of the ear, like so. I'm combing the hair straight up. Here, too, here you can see well, see that? 45, 45, and here is my 90 from on top of the head. That's my guide, and that's where I continue this, and I blend in with the other side. Okay? Simple as that. Look at that. It's perfect. See that? Excellent. Let me show this here. Excellent. So, bring it all the way up. There we go. You see that here? That's from the other side, and you blend it in. Excellent. So. Excellent. Boom. You can see here right in a minute. So, see that here the long layers. Now all we have left is connect the side to the actual length. Alright? And for that, you can most likely stand up again. Let me just comb this quickly here. Awesome. And by the way, for everybody that is new to cutting dry hair from scratch, if it feels better, if you spray it a little bit, be my guest. Cutting dry hair is really not an invention at all. We all have been cutting, or we all cut dry hair. Most of the time is you wash your hair, you cut it, you blow it, and then you cut it again. And that's actually dry hair cutting. So I just flip the services. You can wash the hair, you can dry or let it air dry, and then you can cut it. Okay? There is no rule and regulation. In particular, if you have finer hair, it's a really great way on actually first wash the hair, blow it, and then cut it. So, I'm going to turn her around. Excellent. You can actually stand up. That's easiest, so you can see it well. Watch out. Correct. This way. So, we're going to now blend the sides to the back, and there we take a vertical section from on top of the head to the nape of the neck, like so. The reason why we want hair from the nape, so we can actually see the actual length, as you can see here. And then here, we can just simply turn her around. See that? The layers, how they come down. And all you need to do here, it's fairly minimal. You're blending this in. It's super little. You can actually take this in your hand here by just blending this in. I hope you can see it well enough. There you go. Excellent. See that? Boom. Into the actual length, because we do not want to attack the length. And that's actually where you're now creating that little bit of like that roundish shape. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Blending this in again from on top of the head to the nape of the neck. The reason why you need to have hair from the nape is so you see the actual length, where you started off the haircut. There you go. As you can see here, I'm actually going to take this in my hands here and just blend it in. Just the way the hair wants to fall. There you go. It's very minimal. Okay? Super. Excellent. See that? To the actual length. Right here. Now you can have a seat. And now we have 4 more sections and we're done. I'm going to turn her around. Now the section I just took, that vertical section, and I blended in. I'm going to take the same section here again, but now I'm bringing it up. I'll let the outline drop, and I just blend in here the top. See that? So now, not everything falls on the thing. You can see that? It's not like abrupt, so it has a nice blend. I'm a big fan when hair blends. I don't like shelves. I don't like weight lines. I like flowy hair, and so do our clients. Because as better the haircut is for the clients, as better they can fix their hair at home, and as better your work looks. I really have to tell you quickly, guys, the job these guys do here on filming, you should really, I should have a camera to take a picture of how you guys are holding the 2 phones here. It's just unbelievably great. You're going an extra mile. How you guys doing, by the way? Oh, look there, it's a little wave. Awesome. Great. So, the next section, I'll take another panel right next to it. Same thing. I'm bringing the hair straight up. Let the outline drop. And can you see here? Simple as that. All we do is point cut. And look how this beautifully falls in. Look at that. Just one blend. Seamless layer. Invisible layers. One more section here. One more section here. There we go. Bring it all the way up here as well. Outline drop. Here it is. And point cut. Slide cut, point cut. It's just absolutely brilliant. And now last section, and that's basically the same section I took from the beginning when I blended the sides to the back. Just to double check, make sure everything is on point. Bring it all the way up. It is very minimal here. So there you go. And here you have in no time the most beautiful seamless layers. So before I'm going to personalize the haircut, I'm just going to explain to you quickly what we have done. Because once you understand why, you know how to execute this haircut. First of all, you have seen that I pull everything either to the front at a 45 or at a 90. The reason being is the way our head is shaped. This is, no matter what, this is always the top of our head, the tallest point. Then the front and the back drops, the left and the side drops. So whenever I put everything up at a 45, or either straight up at a 90, at a 45, or straight out, you got to remember that that hair has to travel back. So that means The hair right here at the hairline has to travel the least versus the hair here in the back. So that's why everything always falls on top of it very nicely. Okay? And that's how you create absolutely seamless layers. And this is right now after a dry haircut. Maybe has a tendency to blow up a little bit. Okay, but that's just the water squirted away. So what I'm going to be doing now is, I'm going to show you quickly here my KB slide. The KB slide is a scissor that doesn't even leave a cutting demarcation. And I love one particular technique really well. Because as you can see here, she has a nice amount of wavy hair. Okay? And what I always like to do is, and I do work in larger sections when cutting dry hair, I take a section straight out towards me. Look at that. See how that perfectly falls in? So in this case, if you feel like, hey, there's a little bit of weight I need to eliminate, you can. Look at that. It all falls in perfectly. These are absolutely seamless, invisible layers. And you know what? This might not be the most dramatic and maybe for us hairdresser, exciting haircut. But this sells, okay? Layered hair, short or long, sells. And again, I cannot stress it enough. A better haircut, as better of a haircut you have, is easier clients can style themselves. Oh, look at this. It's all seamless, getting longer. So in any case, if you have now really thick hair, okay, you can, for instance, and I like to take vertical section, go in with the shear and just take out very little hair here. See that? Just to cut it this way. And this is what I like to do, is I just like to take here step by step, here with a nice section around the head, going in, look at that, here. So, look at this. Just beautifully how this all blends in. Because also remember, look at her color. Her color is lightest at the ends. Now we did cut off a bit, but it still has lighter ends. And what do we know about hair that is lighter? You can see every cutting line, but not in this case. Here again, take that section, that vertical section, and pulling it straight out. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely brilliant. I'm just going to work through it quickly like this, just to double check. And I wanted to show you the other technique as well on what you can do. It all depends what kind of hair texture you have or what kind of a hairstyle as well. Okay? There you go. Now I'm going to show you one little trick and then we'll be pretty much almost done before we're going to finish it off here with one of my favorite product from Goldwell. Right on here, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to switch the shear here again to the KT slide. This is the sliding technology again that we have. So it lets you slide in any heavenly direction. We, by the way, have a solidarity special going on right now. Free shipping, free shear oil, like so, and you get a free cutting cape as well. And that's on www.mycart.com. Super easy. So, right here, I'm just going to give her a little bit of an undercut here in the front. That's just to kind of like a few pieces right around the face. This is entirely up to you. This is not a must. But for anybody that loves to throw their hair up in a bun, it's kind of cool. It's just this small section right here. I'm combing it straight towards me. Here is the guide from the bangs, and I'm just shortening this front part here, which you can see is really, really minimal. Okay, same thing on the other side. It's not a must, but it's a fun thing to do, especially again if you throw your hair up in a bun and you just want to have a few pieces on the side down. There we go. Same thing here, and you just pull the hair straight out and you take the longest point from your bangs as a guide. As simple as this. So, there you go. Excellent. Opa. So, super. I'll double check here quickly that this is right. Awesome. Great. Cool. So, I'm just going to brush it through here one more time. And just, if you guys, right on here, if you can really see it well here, here as well from the side, can you see how that just all blends in? Because when you have layers, you want to show the face. So you have the shortest pieces in the front, and then it gradually gets longer. This technique works on any texture hair and on any length. I want you to take it and make it your own. Okay? So, one of my favorite products here from Goldwell is the Creative Texture Spray, the dry texture spray. Right here we have some, and this is the perfect product for such hair. Long, little messy, kind of lived in, super cool, tously, feminine, excellent. You maybe want to stand up, exactly, if you don't mind. Super. Just finish it here a little bit. So. And I tell you, anybody with finer hair as well, I even use it too. It's great. Look, we have another bottle here. So, excellent. Cool. And hey, if you're in a salon, if you want to, you can always take the client back, shampoo her hair, blow it out, style it as you please. I'm a big fan on letting hair wash and wear, especially now towards the summertime. I'm a seasonal hairdresser, so super, excellent, cool. Super nice, as you can see. So, I would say we're pretty good. 41 minutes. I'm going to sign off, dear New York, and everybody that was watching in between the United States and Europe. I want to say thank you for the people that held the camera, for Reina and Sandra, and of course thank you, Janine, as always. So next time, hopefully without those face masks, I have a big smile under here. So stay safe. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, DM me on my Instagram, email me. I'm more than happy to help, to give you suggestions, okay? If you want to log online, order a pair of these great shears with the sliding technology or precision shears. We got swivels, we got lefties as well. Log on. If you have questions, again, don't hesitate. I'm here. Goldwell, New York, thanks for having me. And I really hope to see you in the near future sometimes, okay? So stay safe, everybody, and have a pleasant day and a good week. We're signing off. Bye.